Have you ever met a woman who walks her own path, defies conventions, and remains true to herself no matter the pressure? A woman who doesn't seek validation from others, who remains calm and collected in the face of adversity, and who is fiercely independent? She's not an introvert, and she's certainly not an extrovert either. She is something else entirely, a Sigma female. The Sigma female is an intriguing archetype in the world of personality types, one that doesn't fit neatly into the typical categories of alpha or beta females. While an alpha woman is often the charismatic leader who thrives in social settings and a beta woman might be more passive or cooperative, the Sigma female operates on her own unique wavelength. She is independent, self-sufficient, and values solitude, but is not afraid to engage with others when it serves her purpose. Rather than seeking to dominate or be dominated, she maintains her autonomy and forges her own way. What makes the Sigma female truly special is her deep sense of inner confidence. She doesn't need external validation or social status to feel empowered. This quiet yet powerful personality is not about being louder or more aggressive. It's about being strong in her own stillness. She doesn't follow trends, and she doesn't seek approval. She simply does what feels right for her. In many ways, the Sigma female aligns closely with Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy that teaches resilience, emotional control, and the importance of living in accordance with virtue. Stoicism isn't just a philosophy, it's a way of life. It encourages people to focus on what they can control and to let go of the rest, something the Sigma female naturally embodies. Stoic principles such as self-discipline, wisdom, and a calm acceptance of life's challenges are traits that the Sigma female innately possesses. Much like the Stoic, she doesn't let external circumstances rattle her sense of self or control her emotions. In this video, we'll break down the 10 key characteristics of the Sigma female and explore how each of these traits connects to Stoic principles. From her ability to be self-reliant, to her refusal to be swayed by social pressures, and her commitment to living a life driven by her own values, the Sigma female is the embodiment of Stoic ideals. So, let's dive into what makes her not only one of the most intriguing personality types, but also one of the most resilient in navigating the world with grace, strength, and wisdom. The Sigma female is defined by her independence and autonomy. She is the woman who is comfortable walking her own path, unshaken by the expectations or demands of society. Her life is hers to shape, and she answers to no one but herself. This self-reliance is not just about being able to take care of oneself physically, but emotionally and mentally as well. The Sigma female has cultivated the ability to live on her own terms, making choices based on her inner compass rather than external influence. Whether she's pursuing a career, a passion, or simply living day to day, she does so with a confidence rooted in her ability to stand alone. The Stoic philosophy aligns perfectly with this mindset of independence. At the heart of Stoicism is the concept of inner freedom, the idea that true freedom comes not from external circumstances, but from our ability to govern our thoughts, emotions, and reactions. Stoics like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius taught that we can only control what is within us: our actions, our responses, and our attitudes. In much the same way, the Sigma female recognizes that her sense of autonomy comes from within. She doesn't seek permission or approval from others. She knows her value and navigates the world with a sense of self-possession. Stoicism emphasizes self-control, which means that even in the face of life's challenges, the Sigma female remains grounded and resolute, just as the Stoics taught. A metaphor that captures this independence is that of a tree standing tall amidst a storm. Imagine a massive oak tree, its roots deep in the earth. No matter how strong the wind howls or how heavy the rain pours, the tree stands firm. It doesn't bend to the pressure of the storm, because it is grounded in its own strength. This is how the Sigma female operates. She is unwavering in her beliefs and values, refusing to be swayed by the ever-changing currents of societal expectations. Much like that tree, her strength lies in her ability to remain anchored in herself, regardless of external forces. Another powerful metaphor is that of a captain steering a ship through rough seas. The sea may be unpredictable, the waves high and the storms fierce, but the captain remains steady at the helm, knowing exactly where she wants to go. She doesn't rely on the whims of the weather or the crew's suggestions to dictate her direction. She follows her own map, trusting her instincts, experience, and skill. In a similar way, the Sigma female is the captain of her own life. She doesn't let others dictate her course, and she remains steadfast even when the world around her seems uncertain. Her self-reliance allows her to navigate challenges and adversities with clarity and purpose. Real-life examples of women who embody the Sigma female's independence and autonomy are everywhere. One such example is Oprah Winfrey. Despite coming from a background of poverty and adversity, she built an empire from the ground up, maintaining control over her career, her voice, and her message. Oprah's ability to carve her own path, outside of traditional societal expectations, mirrors the Sigma female's pursuit of independence. She has never been afraid to stand alone, speaking her truth and living authentically, regardless of the opinions of others. Another example is Malala Yousafzai, the youngest ever Nobel Prize laureate. Malala's unyielding determination to fight for girls' education, even in the face of immense danger, is a testament to her inner strength and autonomy. She defied societal norms and political pressure, standing firm in her beliefs despite the threats against her. Like the Sigma female, Malala's sense of independence comes from her unwavering commitment to her values and her refusal to let external pressures dictate her actions. Even in everyday life, we encounter women who embody this trait of independence. Whether it's a woman who decides to pursue a non-traditional career path, one who chooses to live alone and be content with her own company, or a mother who raises her children with values she believes in, these women exhibit Sigma female qualities. They live their lives based on their own principles, without seeking the validation or approval of others. The practical takeaway here is simple: embrace your autonomy. In a world that often pushes conformity and seeks to define us by external measures of success or worth, it's crucial to remember that your value lies within. Stop seeking validation from others and start defining success on your own terms. The more you embrace your independence, the more you will find peace and confidence in your decisions. Don't be afraid to stand tall like that oak tree, firm in your convictions, or to steer your life's ship with purpose, even when the seas get rough. Your autonomy is your greatest strength. Nurture it, and watch as it empowers every aspect of your life. The Sigma female's leadership is different from what we often expect to see in the world of dominant personalities. Unlike the alpha female, who might claim leadership through assertiveness and public displays of authority, the Sigma female leads through her quiet confidence and ability to inspire others without trying to. Her natural leadership qualities don't demand attention, yet they are impossible to ignore. She doesn't need to prove that she's a leader, because her actions speak louder than words. She leads by example, with a calm strength that influences others in subtle but powerful ways. This quiet confidence is one of the hallmarks of the Sigma female's leadership. She doesn't seek the limelight, but instead focuses on the task at hand. Her presence commands respect because she doesn't need to seek it. People are drawn to her authenticity. The Sigma female leads by being herself, and in doing so, she earns the trust and admiration of those around her. She doesn't shout for attention or engage in power struggles. Rather, she focuses on creating value, making decisions that are grounded in wisdom, and treating others with fairness and integrity. Her leadership is not about making noise, it's about making a lasting impact through her actions. Charisma plays a significant role in the Sigma female's natural leadership abilities. It's important to note that charisma doesn't always mean being extroverted or dominating a room. For the Sigma female, charisma is quieter, but no less powerful. It's about her ability to attract people with her calm presence, sharp intelligence, and grounded nature. People are drawn to her authenticity and her ability to stay true to herself, which makes her a natural magnet for others. She doesn't force her charm, but rather lets it emerge effortlessly through her interactions. It's a type of charisma that doesn't rely on performance or seeking approval. It simply exists because she is fully present in every moment. Calm decision-making is another core leadership quality of the Sigma female. She remains steady even in the face of uncertainty, and her ability to think clearly under pressure is a defining trait. This ability to maintain composure is something that aligns closely with Stoic philosophy, which teaches us to remain calm and rational in the midst of chaos. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of clear, rational thinking when faced with challenges. For them, a true leader was someone who could make decisions based on wisdom, without being swept away by emotions or external turmoil. The Sigma female embodies this aspect of Stoicism perfectly. When others are flustered or emotional in the face of a crisis, the Sigma female remains calm and methodical. She doesn't rush into decisions impulsively, but takes the time to analyze the situation, weigh her options, and choose the course of action that aligns with her values. Her calmness in the face of adversity inspires confidence in those around her, and it's this kind of grounded leadership that allows her to guide others effectively without needing to make a big show of it. One inspiring example of a woman who demonstrates leadership without seeking the spotlight is Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the late U.S. Supreme Court Justice. RBG was known for her quiet yet unyielding commitment to justice, and her leadership was a product of her calm demeanor and sharp intellect. Throughout her career, she never sought the limelight or craved attention, but her work and decisions spoke volumes. She made her mark in the legal world with deliberate, thoughtful action rather than a loud, boisterous presence. Her leadership was rooted in her principles, and she earned the respect of her peers and the public not through grand gestures, but by simply being unwavering in her convictions. Another example is Jacinda Ardern, the Prime Minister of New Zealand. Ardern has demonstrated quiet yet powerful leadership through moments of crisis, such as the Christchurch mosque shootings and the COVID-19 pandemic. Rather than making speeches full of bravado, Ardern led with empathy, compassion, and calm decisiveness. Her leadership style is reflective of the Stoic approach. She doesn't succumb to the emotional heat of the moment, but instead maintains clarity and composure, making decisions that are both practical and humane. People are drawn to her not because of her loudness, but because of her integrity and her ability to lead with heart and reason in equal measure. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the importance of maintaining calm in leadership. In his Meditations, he repeatedly emphasized the idea that true leaders are those who can remain unshaken in the face of adversity and who do not let external chaos disrupt their sense of purpose. The Sigma female embodies this wisdom in her approach to leadership. Her ability to stay grounded and calm, especially in times of crisis, is what sets her apart as a leader. She may not be the one who commands the most attention, but she's the one people turn to when they need steady guidance and unwavering support. The practical takeaway here is simple. Leadership doesn't have to be loud or flashy to be effective. Like the Sigma female, we can all embrace the quiet power of leading by example, cultivating calm decision-making, and letting our actions speak for themselves. It's not about seeking attention or proving our worth. It's about living with integrity, being decisive when it matters, and inspiring others through our authenticity. If we can adopt this approach, we too can embody the leadership qualities that make the Sigma female such a remarkable force in the world. Emotional resilience is the ability to stay composed, focused, and in control, despite external chaos or adversity. For the Sigma female, this trait is one of her defining qualities. She doesn't allow herself to be easily swayed by emotional reactions, external opinions, or unforeseen challenges. Instead, she remains steady, like a rock in the midst of a storm. While others might crumble under pressure or let emotions dictate their behavior, the Sigma female uses her inner strength to maintain a sense of equilibrium, no matter the circumstances. Her emotional resilience allows her to navigate the most turbulent situations without losing sight of her goals or values. Stoicism, the ancient philosophy that deeply influences the Sigma female's emotional resilience, teaches that we cannot control everything around us, but we can control how we respond to it. The Stoic approach to emotions encourages people to acknowledge their feelings without being overwhelmed by them. Stoics like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius believed that we should not allow external events, such as the opinions of others, societal pressures, or even personal setbacks, to dictate our emotional state. Instead, we must focus on what is within our control, our thoughts, our actions, and our attitudes. By embracing this mindset, we can cultivate emotional resilience and build the strength to face life's challenges with grace and clarity. The Sigma female embodies this Stoic principle of emotional control. When faced with adversity, she doesn't fall into reactive patterns of anger, frustration, or fear. Instead, she meets challenges with a clear mind and a steady heart, acknowledging the emotions she feels but choosing not to let them rule her actions. Her ability to remain calm and composed in the face of chaos gives her an incredible advantage. While others might be swept up in a whirlwind of panic or emotion, the Sigma female is the calm in the storm, able to think, act, and move forward with purpose. A powerful example of this emotional resilience can be seen in the life of Maya Angelou. As a woman who faced immense hardships throughout her life, including racial discrimination, abuse, and personal loss, Angelou was no stranger to adversity. Yet, she consistently displayed emotional resilience by using her struggles as fuel for her growth. Rather than allowing these challenges to define her, she channeled them into her writing and activism, sharing her wisdom with the world. Through her work and personal life, Angelou demonstrated that emotional resilience is not about suppressing emotions, but about understanding them and using them to build strength. She stayed true to herself in the face of unimaginable hardship, embodying the same Stoic approach to adversity that the Sigma female holds dear. Another example of emotional resilience can be found in the story of Serena Williams. Despite facing significant challenges throughout her career, including public scrutiny, injuries, and the pressure of being one of the greatest tennis players of all time, Williams has remained focused on her goals. She doesn't allow the weight of expectation or the harshness of competition to derail her emotional state. Instead, she draws on her inner strength, practicing mental toughness and resilience when faced with difficult situations. In interviews, Williams has spoken about her focus on controlling what she can, her mindset, her training, and her response to challenges, rather than worrying about factors beyond her control. This level of emotional resilience has allowed her to remain at the top of her sport for years, showing the world that the power of emotional control is an integral part of achieving long-term success. The Sigma female, like Williams, does not allow external noise to dictate her emotions. Whether she's facing personal loss, career challenges, or social pressure, she remains grounded in her own sense of purpose. Her ability to process her emotions without letting them overwhelm her gives her the clarity to take action and the strength to endure. She knows that challenges are an inevitable part of life, but how she responds to them is entirely within her control. The key takeaway here is to practice emotional resilience in our own lives. Rather than allowing ourselves to be tossed around by the waves of emotion in times of difficulty, we can choose to cultivate a mindset of emotional control. When faced with adversity, take a step back and evaluate what you can control. What actions can you take? What thoughts can you change? What aspects of the situation can you influence? By focusing on these areas, you'll find that your emotional reactions lose their power, and your resilience becomes the foundation for your strength. Incorporating Stoic principles into our everyday lives can help us develop this emotional resilience. Acknowledging that emotions are natural, but that we have the ability to choose how we respond is key. Instead of reacting impulsively or letting negative emotions dictate our decisions, we can pause, reflect, and then act with purpose. This practice builds inner strength and clarity, allowing us to handle life's storms with the calm assurance that we are capable of navigating whatever comes our way. In the end, emotional resilience is about understanding that we are not defined by the challenges we face, but by how we choose to face them. By adopting a Stoic mindset and focusing on what we can control, we can build the emotional resilience necessary to remain steady, strong, and true to ourselves, just like the Sigma female. The Sigma female's journey through life is one of constant self-evaluation. She is someone who regularly takes the time to examine her actions, thoughts, and decisions, seeking to align them with her core values and aspirations. This process of self-reflection is not about criticizing herself, but about understanding her nature on a deeper level. She knows that personal growth requires a continual assessment of how she shows up in the world, both in her interactions with others and in her relationship with herself. The Sigma female's commitment to self-awareness is one of the primary reasons she can navigate life with such clarity and purpose. This ongoing self-evaluation is deeply connected to Stoicism, which emphasizes the importance of introspection and understanding one's own nature. The Stoics believe that personal growth begins with self-awareness, the idea that we must understand our own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors in order to live virtuously and make better decisions. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, wrote in his Meditations that we should watch yourself and continuously evaluate our actions. He saw this practice of introspection as an essential part of living a good life. Similarly, the Sigma female engages in regular self-reflection to ensure that her actions are in line with her values and that she is constantly evolving into the best version of herself. Through this practice, the Sigma female gains a deeper understanding of her emotions, motivations, and responses to various situations. Self-awareness enables her to identify the underlying reasons for her feelings and actions, which in turn allows her to respond with more intention and clarity. She doesn't react impulsively or let her emotions drive her decisions. Instead, she takes the time to reflect on why she feels the way she does and whether her reactions align with her long-term goals. By understanding her emotions on a deeper level, she gains the power to make more rational decisions, even in emotionally charged situations. Take, for example, a situation in which the Sigma female faces a difficult conversation at work. Instead of immediately reacting with frustration or defensiveness, she pauses and reflects on why the conversation is making her feel the way she does. Is it because she feels unappreciated? Is it because the situation reminds her of a past experience where she felt powerless? By understanding her emotional triggers, the Sigma female can approach the situation with calm and rationality, choosing to respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. This level of self-awareness gives her a significant advantage in both her personal and professional life, as it allows her to manage her emotions effectively and avoid unnecessary conflict. One of the most powerful tools the Sigma female uses for self-reflection is journaling. Writing down her thoughts and experiences gives her a safe space to explore her emotions and evaluate her actions without judgment. Through journaling, she can gain clarity on difficult situations, track her personal growth, and assess whether her actions are in alignment with her values. Journaling allows her to express her inner world and reflect on how her thoughts and feelings influence her decisions. It is an essential practice for deepening her self-awareness and staying true to her authentic self. Another practice that helps the Sigma female develop self-awareness is mindfulness. Mindfulness involves staying present in the moment, observing her thoughts and feelings without attachment or judgment. By practicing mindfulness, the Sigma female becomes more aware of her internal dialogue and the ways in which her emotions shape her perceptions. She can notice when her mind starts to wander toward negative thoughts or unhelpful patterns and gently redirect herself back to a state of awareness. This practice allows her to respond to situations with greater clarity and intention, rather than being driven by automatic reactions. Stoic practices such as morning and evening reflections also play a crucial role in the Sigma female's journey of self-awareness. In the morning, a Stoic might take a few moments to reflect on the day ahead, considering how they want to approach the challenges and opportunities they will face. In the evening, they would engage in a period of reflection, reviewing their actions and assessing whether they acted in accordance with their values. These practices help the Stoic and the Sigma female align their actions with their principles and grow over time. By incorporating these types of reflections into her routine, the Sigma female ensures that she is continuously learning from her experiences and adjusting her mindset and behaviors as needed.